What's up everyone, this is FP Sticks bringing you some more Go Battle League battles here in the Spring Cup, and in today's video I'm going to be running this double grass team utilizing ROSERADE as the safe swap, and this little flower has been doing so much work in the Spring Cup. It's been catching so many people off guard on the safe swap. Being able to have Fire Weather Ball to hit for super effective damage against opposing grass types is really nice, and Leaf Storm can one-shot a lot of things in this meta, especially if they switch in like a water flyer to try to take out your ROSERADE. You'll see that happen in this video a couple of times. But I have Tentacruel in the lead and then Fairthorn in the back. So essentially running ABB double grass. And so you will see me sometimes aggressively swap into the ROSERADE to potentially try to bait out a Mawile or something that's a hard counter to my Fairthorn in the back. So let's jump right into these battles. Hope you all are doing well. We have Tentacruel into Fairthorn. Not ideal. This is positive for Fairthorn, so I'm actually just going to go straight into my ROSERADE. Now, I don't necessarily need switch advantage here. What I really need is a shield advantage, and hopefully my Fairthorn will be able to sweep in the back. I go for a Weather Ball bait there. I'm able to get it. I'm going to queue up the Leaf Storm here, and I am running Bullet Seed instead of Poison Jab for faster energy generation. See you later, Pelipper. Oh my goodness. See you later, Pelipper. Out comes to Fairthorn. My opponent is completely stunned by the little ROSERADE. They are not attacking for some reason, but then they shield and they're back, and this ROSERADE is just absolutely putting on a clinic here. It's going to take out the Pelipper, do a lot of damage to the Fairthorn, and then they concede the match. So ROSERADE absolutely went on a spree there. Now, in this matchup, you can tell I'm also running Sludge Wave on my Tentacruel instead of Acid Spray. Sludge Wave has come in so clutch in a lot of late game scenarios. Most people are assuming you're running Acid Spray, so they'll no shield, and then you'll able to land a heavy hitting move. My opponent unfortunately shields that Sludge Wave there, but that's fine. I just wanted the shield advantage, and then I'm going to swap in my ROSERADE. Out comes one water type already in the Pelipper. I'm going to go straight for this Leaf Storm and see what they want to do. And another Pelipper that does not respect the Leaf Storm. See you later, Pelipper. Out comes a Wall Rain. We are barely able to get to another Leaf Storm here. Do they know how much energy we have? See you later, Wall Rain. 2 Leaf Storm nukes landed in this game. Was pretty incredible. I'm just going to let this go on my Tentacruel here. They still have the Trevenant and they have a shield, but I'm just going to, I can easily just get to Power Whip at this health range, and I know that I survive a Shadow Ball, so I can easily no shield whatever move they're going to throw at me here. Even if they go for the Shadow Ball here, Fairthorn will be able to survive, and Power Whip should be just enough damage to take out this Trevenant here. ROSERADE absolutely going off in that battle there. Landing so many Leaf Storms was really satisfying. Jellicent in the lead is very bad. We have 2 better responses to this in the back, so I bring out my ROSERADE. Out comes an Abomasnow. They really have to respect the Fire Weather Ball here, but the unfortunate thing about this is that since it's a Shadow Abomasnow, in the 2 shield they can just farm me down. But this Abomasnow is still way too healthy for me to deal with, so I'm going to try to burn another shield. They do double shield. They're going to be able to farm me down. And I'm going to bring out my Tentacruel. I have to fully commit to the farm down here. That Jellicent is really going to be tough to deal with in the back, though. They're going to be able to get to 2 energy balls here, and I just have to deal with it. I have to hope that my Fairthorn can do some work in the back against whatever they have. And they end up having a Tentacruel in the back. This is totally fine by me. My opponent is kind of double weak to Fairthorn here. So they're going immediately for the Acid Spray, which is the correct play. I do bad timing here on my fast moves because I didn't want to waste an entire Bullet Seed, but I should have just thrown 1 Bullet Seed and then queued up my move. My opponent also does poor charge move timing, and I get an entire Bullet Seed through. That Scald does a lot of damage because of the Acid Spray debuff. Down goes the Tentacruel. I do have the Power Whip stored for the Jellicent here, and then I'm going to combo play with the Sludge Wave. Going to hit for a lot of resisted damage here. If this is a Shadow Ball, it will take me out, and we might simultaneously KO, but it's only a Surf, and I'm able to Poison Jab down and take that game, despite being countered in the lead and the swap there. Ferrothorn in the lead, again, not great. Gonna go straight into my Roserade, mix it up, and see what they want to do. Now, out comes a Tentacruel. I misplay this matchup so poorly. I really should have thrown a move before they threw the Scald here, because I get the attack debuff. That's so unfortunate. And now this Leaf Storm is not really threatening at all. You can see they no shield that. If I wouldn't have gotten that attack debuff, it would have threatened a one-shot, and I would have been able to at least get a shield there. But now I don't have switch advantage. I have to come in with my Tentacruel and farm as much as possible. Luckily, they don't get to another move. Out comes their Ferrothorn once again. I really want to catch a Power Whip on my Ferrothorn, but there's a Mawile in the back, and this is a prime example of a team comp that I cannot beat if you do not flip switch advantage there. Hard countered all around. Good game to my opponent. Out comes an Abomasnow again. They're pretty slow to the response here against my Roserade, so I'm hoping that I can flip switch advantage in my favor. Good timing by my opponent there. Now, if I can get to another Weather Ball here, that'd be really, really nice to flip switch advantage. But they are going to let that go and give me switch advantage and come in with Ferrothorn again. So whatever's in the back is also weak to this Roserade, and I can easily outpace to this Ferrothorn here. I'm absolutely going to shield up this resisted move. I don't care. I really want this Weather Ball damage off on this Ferrothorn. Roserade is putting in so much work. That does a lot of damage. And then I tried to catch on my own Ferrothorn, but whatever they have in the back has got to be a water type so they can handle opposing Mawiles, and we're able to take that game. Pelipper in the lead. This is where having Sludge Wave is really nice. Now with ABB teams, if you can hard win the lead, you essentially win the game because you can just pivot out of the secondary matchup. So I'm going to go for the Scald here, and they actually end up no shielding it, which is not great. I'm going to double shield in the lead because I knew that they were going to go for the Hurricane here. And whatever they come in with, I'm most likely going to pivot out into my Roserade. That's exactly what I do. They are able to catch on their Wall Rain. Really nice play there. But I need to start ripping down these shields, so I'm just going to go straight Weather Ball spam. And I do get a shield there. That's really good for me. Good timing on my opponent's side. They're going to be able to take me out with this Icicle Spear. And this is going to be kind of tough because I still have that opposing Ferrothorn to deal with. But I bring in my Tentacruel. I go straight for the Sludge Wave. And I am able to knock out that Wall Rain. That's really good for me. Any damage I can get off on this Ferrothorn is going to set me up for success in the late game. I have to swap out there though. Now, I do have the health advantage, but my opponent has the shield and energy advantage, so this is going to be kind of tough. There is a case to be made. I should try to bait one of these early moves, but I'm going straight for the Flash Cannon here. They do end up shielding. Really nice call by my opponent. I have to hope that I can reach a Scald in the late game. Gonna throw another Flash Cannon here. I need to be able to put this Ferrothorn into range of Scald KOing, and it is still not there, so I go for the Power Whip on the CMP tie. Able to win the CMP tie. But they actually stopped tapping there, anticipating my catch, which is a really nice play, and I'm barely able to get to the Scald. That's the new mechanic there, 2 turns against 3 turns. Sometimes it works out where you can get your fast move and then queue up your charge move, but it's still very inconsistent, and I got very lucky in that instance there. Good game. Pelipper swap in. Pretty awkward to deal with. The other thing with this team is that a Trevenant safe swap is equally awkward to deal with, and that's a case to be made where if you're running Roserade with Poison Jab, then that matchup is way more secure for Roserade because it only takes 5 Poison Jabs to get to the Weather Ball, and you're doing neutral damage. Out comes this Ferrothorn. I go into Roserade immediately. So quick to get to these Weather Balls, only 3 bullet seeds required. I do correctly shield up the flash cannon, and out comes that Wheezing once again. Now, Weather Ball does hit for neutral damage here, but Leaf Storm is an insanely powerful move, and so I think I end up going for Leaf Storm here. Yep, thinking that they might survive this, but boom, see you later, Wheezing. And out comes Ferrothorn once again. ROSERADE, once again, is just absolutely putting on a clinic in these battles. It's so solid for the Spring Cup. At this point in time, I still have 3 Pokemon alive, and my opponent only has this Ferrothorn, so this is for sure game over. ROSERADE pretty much decimated this entire team and gave me a huge advantage throughout the entire match. But my opponent is choosing to play it out. That's totally fine. And we're just throwing flash cannons at each other. I'm sure all of you have been in this scenario as well. The Ferrothorn mirror match. It could be worse. It could be the Bronzor mirror match before they gave Bronzor payback. Those Little Cup mirror matches with Bronzor were absolutely brutal, and they took forever. But we're able to take that game there. Good game. Tentacruel into Mawile. This is absolutely where we need to see this, and we need to keep alignment at all, at everything possible here. They're opting to stay in, so they're weak to Tentacruel in the back. No matter what they throw here, I'm going to shield it up again. I want to hard win the lead and then pivot out of whatever they swap in here. And out comes the Lantern. We have 2 better responses to this, and at this point in time, the game is already over because we have Ferrothorn aligned with the Lantern. Even down a shield, it doesn't matter. Lantern gets absolutely hard-walled. Lantern gets absolutely hard-walled by Ferrothorn. So I just let that go down intentionally because I want to punish the desynced switch clocks here. And see you later, Abomasnow. Having Sludge Wave was really nice there. Out comes the Lantern, and it doesn't matter. We have Ferrothorn in the back. So again, that's like the safest way to play an ABB team like this. Even if you have to go down a shield in the lead, if you can keep a decent amount of health on your lead Pokemon, pivot out to your safe swap regardless of what they bring in, you're going to be in a pretty good spot for the end game here. Trevenant in the lead. This time I opt to immediately go into my ROSERADE. They tried to catch on Araquanid. Now both Weather Ball and Leaf Storm will hit for neutral damage here. But I go for the Leaf Storm. They actually end up shielding that first move, which is really unfortunate for me. Gonna go for another Leaf Storm here. And I'm just trying to get a shield advantage and set my Tentacruel up for a nice farm down on this Araquanid here. Because all of the moves that Araquanid can throw at Tentacruel, Tentacruel can easily tank. And this Sludge Wave will do a lot of damage, neutral damage to that Trevenant when it ultimately comes back in. They get the defense fell with the Bug Buzz. Pretty unfortunate for me because that Trevenant still has energy stored. They do go for Bubble Beam. Now I'm debuffed with my attack and my defense. They allow me to throw this Sludge Wave before they throw a Seed Bomb, which is really nice for me. And they shield that up anyways, and then they blind throw. So I anticipated this being a Seed Bomb. What is in the back? Is it another water type, and will my Ferrothorn be able to sweep being up 2 shields here? They're probably going to bait me here. They actually do go for the Shadow Ball, so good shield on my part. I'm really worried about accidentally throwing this Steel Flash Cannon on a potential water type, so you see me pause there a little bit. But they are still staying in. I will shield up whatever this is and hope that my Ferrothorn can sweep whatever they have in the back. And it's a Tentacruel. Things are looking pretty good for us. Just need to get to 2 Power Whips here. And then plus a little bit more damage. Tentacruel is very bulky. But I can throw both these Power Whips and swap and just pressure them to throw. They have to throw a move and a Scald. We should be able to survive. And we are able to take that game there. Good game. The Trevenant in the lead, you can opt to just stay in and go straight for the Sludge Wave. Or you can immediately pivot out into the ROSERADE like I ended up doing. Okay, is this a Razor Leaf Tropius? No, they're running Air Slash. So I'm hitting for super effective with my fast moves. They're hitting for neutral all around. And once again, having Sludge Wave here can be a really nice surprise if they're not expecting it. So go straight for it. See you later, Tropius. And out comes the Trevenant. This is one of the issues with this team is that you don't have a hard counter to Trevenant. But in reality, nothing really hard counters Trevenant in this meta. Even Shift Tree, if you're running Shift Tree, it's so glassy that Trevenant still has play in those matchups. So I end up just sacrificing my ROSERADE there. I've already seen 2 grass types. I'm really anticipating that there is a water type in the back. But no, my opponent is running triple grass. This is a absolutely wild team. I do get a shield with that Scald, which is good for me, but this is still going to be really, really awkward to deal with. They are running Flash Cannon. That's also going to be tough. I still have the Trevenant to deal with, and I need to take out their Ferrothorn as well. They're running triple grass. I could not believe this. My opponent is still out of Flash Cannon range. I have to land a Flash Cannon and a Power Whip to knock out this thing. They still have a shield. Gonna throw immediately. If they bring in their Trevenant, I really want to be able to farm it down, but it's going to be tough with Bullet Seeds. I will shield up this move. Hopefully they don't bait. They do bait. Nice play. And there's the attempted catch on Trevenant. I farm up as much as energy as possible. I actually farm up over 100. And I got hit by too many Shadow Claws. I'm going to be able to queue up this Flash Cannon here. It's not enough to take it out, but 1 Bullet Seed is just enough to take it out, and we're able to take that game. That was a very close game. Triple grass. Holy cow. Another Trevenant in the lead. I go immediately into ROSERADE. And this is just one way you could play it. Again, you could stay in with the Tentacruel, but I really like to aggressively swap the ROSERADE here. Out comes the Mawile. We really wanted to bait this thing out, thank goodness. ROSERADE has done a lot of damage already. It's taken 1 shield off the Trevenant. It baited out the Mawile. There has got to be some sort of a water type in the back, because my opponent is also kind of weak to an opposing Mawile. Gonna no shield this, farm down with my Tentacruel. Now the Trevenant does have a lot of energy. I need to call a bait here. I really want to land this Sludge Wave. They do go for a Seed Bomb bait. I can easily tank that. I do get to the Sludge Wave energy here, and they let it go through. That's huge for me. Ferrothorn, they threw so quickly here, but I shield up anyways. I was really worried that they do Shadow Ball. It doesn't matter. There was definitely a water type in the back, and we're able to take that game. Tentacruel mirror match. So this is pretty awkward. We both end up farming up a lot of energy in the beginning here, hoping that the other person will swap out. Are they running Sludge Wave? I go straight for the nuke of Sludge Wave. It lands. They're going to queue up a charge move here, and they're also running Sludge Wave. So now I'm going to pivot into my ROSERADE here now that energy is lower. I knew this couldn't be a Sludge Wave, but I let the Scald go through, and in hindsight, that's kind of a mistake, because now my ROSERADE is essentially gone already. Down goes the Tentacruel. This is not looking great. I am able to get to a last-second Weather Ball here, which is really nice. Hopefully going to burn a shield. I do get a shield, but now this Abomasnow is going to be tough to deal with. I'm anticipating that they have double grass in the back. And they do. There's the Ferrothorn. I do have a shield advantage. I have to shield this up. I will have my Sludge Wave nuke for the Abomasnow late game, and I also need to make sure that I'm over farmed in this matchup here, so if the Abomasnow does come back in, I have a Flash Cannon ready to nuke it. They're also running Mirror Shot, it looks like, so this is very positive for me. But still, I want to stay over farmed. I never need to shield any of these moves. Save the shield for whatever Abomasnow is going to throw. Out comes the Abomasnow. I queue up the Flash Cannon immediately, and my opponent says, "See you later, Abomasnow," and we're able to take that game. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you appreciate the content, and I'll see you all in the next video.